I'm the one who's wrong if I say that women have a place, that women need to know their place, right? I'm the one who's wrong because I'm not allowed to say that, because how dare I? Women have progressed so far. How can I say that women have a place, right? It's not my place to say that women have a place, right? And that maybe their place, just maybe, it's below men. I'm not supposed to say that, right? I'm supposed to say we are equal. We can all do the same things. Girl power. We can do what you can do, if not better. I'm not here to say that. Honestly, I come from the wrong culture, right? I come from a culture of women that, let's just say, we know our place. We know our place. And I think that's the problem with modern Western women. They just refuse to recognize their place. And I believe that this is part of the reason why we have this situation where Western women are the least wanted worldwide. And you would think they would be the most wanted because, of course, Western women, especially if she's white. Oh my gosh, the white woman. I mean, that's a brown man's dream. That's every black and brown man's dream, is to get a beautiful blonde with big blue eyes that only lasts until about 34. Maybe not even that long. She might even hit 30 and just and looks, or not go down but go wide. You know what I mean? Like, don't clip me. Anyway, I don't know. You're wrong. Glad you're accepting it. Well, you know what? Prove me wrong. Because I would love to see someone prove me wrong on this one. Because tell me something. If there is a place for children in the world, if children have a place, right? Watch. Even my belief that women are property. Women are property, and this is what we are here for. We are for the men, right? Oops, sorry guys, I don't want to give you guys like whiplash, but we are for the men. We are property of our men, right? I believe women are property of men. Women are the property of their father until they are married, and then you are property of your husband until you die. Women need not try to live a life on their own. I don't believe that women should be on their own. I don't think that that's your place. If children, I'll give you an example. If children are property of the parents, right? Children are your property as parents. That is yours. That's your responsibility. Therefore, your property. That's your responsibility, your property. When I say property, I don't mean like a table or like a sofa. I mean property as an ownership. That is yours. It's not a bad thing to be owned. It's not. It's actually a rather good thing. And most women, I don't know why they're running from ownership. That's the most beautiful thing as a woman, is to be owned. If children are property of the parent, therefore the wife is property of the husband, and the husband is property of God. The man is not property of the woman, because the woman doesn't have or take responsibility over the man. That's the reason why men are not property. We are not equal. Women, know your place and understand your place. Love your place. Be happy. Be grateful. Men have an extreme amount of responsibility because they have to be the main leaders. They have to be responsible for everyone else under his roof. He has to be the one responsible, not you, woman. The reason why I say men can't be property of women is because property, meaning ownership, which also can mean responsibility, not can mean, does mean
responsibility. You have responsibility over said person. That is your liability. In court, we call it liability. That is your liability. When a woman is outside doing something crazy, let's say she's acting wild, she's, walking around naked, she's doing what have you. What do people say? Oh, where's her husband? Come get your wife. Come control your wife. What is this? Or they'll say something like, why is no one in her family, meaning men, why is no one in her family taking care of this issue? Where's her husband to, who is her husband? We don't do that for men. When we see a man outside, we're not like, well, let's call his wife to come control him. That's not what's said. But it's like, this is why I said this is a difference. And it's just like when children act crazy, what do people say? Where are the parents? The parents are responsible for this behavior. Where are they? And when a wife acts crazy, people look to the husband. You're making your husband look bad. But when a man acts crazy, it's not really making his wife look bad because he's the leader of the house. It doesn't really correlate that way. It can make your household look kind of bad because he's a member of the household, but that is not the wife's responsibility to control the husband. It's the husband's responsibility to control the wife. It's the parent's responsibility to control the children. This is the hierarchy. And I believe, now you can, tell me if I'm wrong, but I believe that part of the reason why we have these problems in America is because no one wants to recognize hierarchy. Hierarchy exists, and it exists for a reason. And the moment that you take away said hierarchy, you end up with a bunch of people who don't know what they are or where they stand or what's their place. Nobody knows their place anymore. And then you end up with dysfunction because the woman tries to act like the man tries to act like the woman, the children try to act like the parents. People always admire Asian culture. Oh, Asian culture is so good. They raise such great children. Their families are strong. Well, why is that? Because they have a strict hierarchy. Their hierarchy is so strict and it will not be compromised. Ask them. You cannot compromise in their hierarchy. I believe that everything works better when everyone knows their place. When you know where you stand and what's your job and what's your responsibility, I believe everything works a lot smoother. But when you have a situation like we have in the West, where women have been trying to, well, I'm not going to say trying, they have been forced to do the job of the men in a lot of cases in America because a lot of the men are weak. I hate to say it. You guys know I'm advocate for men, but in the West, a lot of the men are weak. And it's not because they are naturally or prone to be weak. It's because they have been neutered. They have had their balls cut from under them by the family courts, by the system. So I'm not saying that it's men's fault, but the hierarchy is messed up here. And women have been doing the job of men or close to it, trying to do the job of men, and it's put them in a bad position because that's not their place. I think, and you know something else, guys. Tell me if my screen is freezing or anything. I can't tell. I'm using a different camera right now, so I don't know what's going on. But tell me if I'm wrong. When I see here, when you see. Every time I say this, woman, know your place. Know your place under your husband. If your husband says yes, then it's yes. If he says no, shut up. Tell me if I'm wrong. Every time I say this, the majority of women that I see, they, I like Amira, but I can't stand with that. Or, no, she's wrong there. That's that Middle Eastern culture talking. You know how they are. That's what they'll say about me. That's that Middle Eastern stuff. You guys can leave your Allah walk bar, Allah snack bar over there. Over here, we are equal, okay? We all bleed red, okay? We're equal. Men will never recognize us as equals because they understand that they have harder lives than us and they struggle with things that we couldn't even begin to comprehend because women, no matter how hard a woman's life is, she is definitely more pampered than the men. Do you see how easy women have it? I watch police videos all day, every day. Why? Because I'm a weirdo. I watch police videos all day, every day, and I'm so amazed at how much crap women get away with. Just from going, I just had a fight with my boyfriend, and like, that's the reason why I'm drinking a fifth and driving down the wrong side of the road with my baby in the car. It's just, you just don't understand. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? If a man did that, and the man says, bro, I just had a fight with my girlfriend, and they're going, oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. Tell me you guys haven't seen it. Tell me. Yes, I did say Allah snack bar because that's what the that's what the conservative crew says to me. The conservatives, I'm conservative, but there are a lot of conservative Christians that are not happy with the fact that I'm Muslim. And I'm like, listen, I can't change that. So in order to make fun of me, they say Allah snack bar. And it's dumb. Mr. Renegade says, even ugly women live on life on easy mode. Thank you. Can we not recognize that? So know your place. I tell you what, there's a balance, right? Let's just say that there's a beautiful balance between men and women, right? Women get an easy life, right? They get to live on easy mode. They get pretty privilege. They don't have to put their lives in danger like men do, right? Right? Women, you get your privileges. Now, here is the payment for said privileges, because nothing in this life is free. The payment for your privilege is that you need to live your life understanding that you need to be under someone, that you need to be obedient to someone. You need to listen to someone. That's balance. It can't all be benefits and great. It has to be a balance. And I believe that part of that balance is sacrificing some of your, I'm an independent woman, for security. I don't know. Frost says, I've seen girls that look like gremlins that have 100 dudes in their DMs. I was watching, you know how they do street interviews? They were doing these street interviews, and we're going to watch a video in a second that triggered me. This is the reason why we're here right now, because I've been triggered for the last 2 hours. But I have seen these videos where they interview women outside on the street on the Vegas Strip, right? And they get women who are drunk, because typically the people that tell the most truth are drunk people and children. So these women, when they're asked these questions, there was a 35-year-old woman. She was asked about, what did she say? She was asked about her dating and why she's not married. And she said, I'm single by choice. And the question was asked, oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't an interview. It was, oh my God, don't judge me. But it was a clip from Fresh and Fit. I'm embarrassed to even say that I watched a clip. I did watch a clip. It was like one of those shorts or what have you. The woman said, I'm single by choice. And I guess Marlon, whatever his name is, he said, how are you single by choice? He said, I don't believe it's your choice. And she said, yes, it is my choice. She said, I can show you my DMs right now on Instagram, and you will see that it's full of men that want to date me. Marlon, whatever his name is, he said they want to date you or they want to bang you. But he didn't use that word. He used the F word. And he said, they want to date you or bang you. And she said, well, doesn't it all start with that? I mean, doesn't it all start with banging, but then it turns into a relationship? And he's like, no. How do you think Arabs get married? They don't start by banging each other and then get married. How do you think tradition weddings happen? How do you think the Amish get married? This is not how it's supposed to be. And she, and I quote, says, my age doesn't matter. The fact that I'm a woman and I have a vagina is always going to get me ahead over men. I can get a man whenever I'm ready, whether it be now or 50. She said that. And I'm sitting here watching this like, wow, this is delusion on 100. I've never seen it in such a pure form. This woman really believed that the men that are in her DMs, as they say, I don't even have a DM service, but whatever. The men that are in her DMs, this woman is delusional to believe that the men who are in her DMs are wanting to marry her or looking for, they're there because she's so spectacular and everybody's just waiting for the chance to get her hand in marriage. That is what she actually believes. I'm like, the delusion. When I see that, I'm like, somebody needs a reality check. But you know what? It all comes in time because time is a mother. And time cures all delusion. And I don't know. I'm reading your guys' comments. Too many simps in the West. It's not that, GB. I swear it's not that. Because even men who simp, well, the majority, even if the men that simp, when you see them simping in the DMs and so on and so forth, they are still not going to marry her. They might take her out on a nice dinner and get rewarded for said dinner with a nice sleepover. I'll leave that there. But the majority of them won't even date or marry her, right? So I wouldn't say it's the simp issue. I think women, because their egos are inflated to such a high degree because of all of the praise that men give them, that they believe that the men actually want them for a lifetime, because men are so good with their tongues, men are so good at lying until they can get what they want, that women actually believe the delusion. That's what I think it is, if you ask me. They actually believe that the men are serious when the men are saying, oh my gosh, I could look into your eyes for a lifetime. Oh my gosh, your hair is like an ocean and you smell like roses and lily petals and you, come on. And then he'll go back to his friends and talk about how she smelled like raw fish in a Louisiana supermarket outside in the heat. Like, I don't know. All right. Anyway, right. Hi guys. How is everyone doing? I know I didn't say hello because I was so excited to rant, and I was ranting even before I got on the computer. I was ranting to myself because that's what I do. That's why my family thinks I'm nuts, because I will rant to myself and then and then they're like, just turn on the camera, Amira. Just yalla, do it. And I'm like, okay, I'm doing it. Hi guys. Zealage, I'm gonna be sick. Zealage, get it together. Hold your stomach tight, okay? Hold your stomach tight. Oh no. GB says, if corn stars are being wifed, then there will be simps to wife them. I don't know. Because if that were the case, well, you know what? It could be that the women are also, well, I really don't believe you, GB, but you're a man. You would probably know better than I do because you're a man. Me, from my perspective as a woman, I see that women will say, like, they don't want to marry, even if the man wants to marry, they don't want to marry them because they feel that that man is beneath them, when actually that man is on their level, but they feel that the man is beneath them. If he doesn't make a certain amount of money, if he doesn't drive a certain type of vehicle, if he doesn't have a certain height, So I think you're kind of right in that, but then I also think that no notification. I'm sorry, guys. It's just because it was very random. Like I told you, I got triggered 2 hours ago, exactly 2 hours ago. And now I'm about to share the video with you that triggered me. Yeah, I'm angry. Or wait a minute. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Don't go anywhere, guys. I'm going to look at something really quickly. What is it called? T. Okay, let's see if I can find it. Here we go. 1 second. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is the video. Okay, I had to make sure that this was the video that I was talking about. Okay, I found it. I'm gonna share with you guys. Wait, let me make sure I log into my account, so then there's no commercials. There's no ads. Hold on 1 sec. I'll be quick, guys. I'm sorry. I don't even know my account, to be honest. I don't even know it. Okay. I got it. I got it. Don't worry. I will do this easily. Where's the password thing? No. Oh, yes. First you're saying no, 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 no. Then you say yes, 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 yes. Then you say no, 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 no. Say yes, 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 yes. Aha, here it is. Okay. All right, I got it. I got it. Here we go. Mushtaq. Okay, here we go. Mushtaq. Okay, at gmail.com. Password is capital P SL 155025. Is that right? Please be right. Yes, it's right. Okay. All right. All right, here we go. All right, now I'm logged in, and now I can pull up the video again. Disrespectful daughters and the men that raise them. Right, found it. All right, here we go. And now I'm going to share with you all this thing that triggered me. It triggered me to a very high extent, because you guys see that I started this stream straight away is because of that, because I got so triggered. What'd you say? What was Lisa Ann's take? I don't know who that is. What are you saying? Hi, cool cat. How are you? Don't tell everyone your password. Did I say it out loud? Well, oh well, I'll just change it. Okay. Let's go. All right, here we go. Right. What? We are not going to say that name on my channel, okay? Please do not. Okay, here we are. All right, let me share this video with you guys. Now tell me if it freezes, because I've never done this on this channel, so I don't know if it's going to freeze on me or not. But here, let's take off the mute, and let's see how this goes.
Take care of them when they're older.
Isn't it so funny how fathers get so shocked when you won't tolerate the same disrespect they put their wives through? Like, I'm not your wife, sir, and I'm definitely not one of your little friends, and you made that clear. Like, that was the woman you chose. I was the woman that was given to you. Do you see how karma works? No, but actually, like, these men, they'll be the first men that let you down. They'll be your first ever fucking bullies, and then they get so shocked when you don't tolerate their disrespect. Bro, who do you think I learned this behavior from? I always say this, but it's like the silver lining to my childhood was that I'm not afraid to fight a man.
So as some of you know, I do not talk to my parents like that no more. Well, I talk to my mom a little bit, but they don't have access to me like that. So the other day, my father texted me. Actually, he called me. I looked at that phone. I was like, okay, and then he texted me. And I was like, I can respond to a text. I feel like I'm in control in that. And he was like, oh, you're staying away from me. You know, I'm getting old. What if I die? Will you have any regrets? I was like, no, I have made peace with the fact that you will be gone. And that's okay with me. And then I was like, it sounds like you have some regrets in how you have treated your kids. And he was like, well, I'm the father, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay. You wanted to be the father. This is the type of father you are. This is how you will be treated. All that to say, yeah, the audacity.
So it was actually my parents' 44th wedding anniversary.
Wait, really quickly, question to all of you. First of all, I want all of you to tell me if the signal is okay, if it's doing all right. And why do I look so tired? I swear I'm not tired. My eyes look... Oh, I shouldn't put mascara on the bottom lashes, but what have you. Tell me, you guys saw what these women are talking about. These are women with daddy issues that are taking out their daddy issues on the men, on the rest of the world. We could say, right, just to be fair, that these men or these women had poor fathers, that their fathers maybe abused them or wasn't nice to them. But in my mind, I'll tell you what, I believe that the Western woman sees everything as abuse. To be honest, the Western women that I see, especially these women here on this video, I bet you, if you ask them, what did your father do to you that was so abusive? I'm sure a lot of these women will say, he didn't pay enough attention to me. He yelled at me. He yelled at my mom. He yelled at my brother. He was too controlling. He didn't let me do what I wanted to do. These type of things. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel that yeah, exactly. They're always trying to play the victim. And I know I'm a woman, but I can't stand us. Sometimes I just can't stand us because I know what these women are doing. And a lot of men are still soft for women. A lot of men are still like, they have a soft spot for a woman crying or a woman in distress or what have you. I don't. I really don't. Like, unless you're like in serious distress, I will, of course. But a woman just crying on the side of the road or something, I just see it as manipulation. I'm like, she's being manipulative. She's trying to manipulate me. Nagging is all. Okay, then. All right, so let's finish it. And he says, no, the father spoiled her. The father who spoiled their daughters get these type of disrespect. Oh. Is that true? Well, that makes sense because of course. Oh. So you spoil your daughter and then what did I tell you guys? I told you guys like a year ago. I told you guys, I said sometimes fathers turn out to be their daughter's first simp. A lot of times, I said that to you guys, remember? Do you remember in the chat? Do you remember? I said, don't be your daughter's first simp. Treat her like a woman. Don't treat her like some princess, some cute little thing. Treat her as a woman that needs woman training. She needs to be trained. She's not just a little girl, a little princess. She can be a princess up until about age 7. After that, she is a woman in training. She needs training. And anyway, because my father treated me that way. My father, he babied me for a while, but as I got older, he started acting different, and there was a reason. Now I understand the reason why he didn't give me what I wanted, why he told me stop whining, why he told me you will not do this, you will not do that. I don't care how much you cry. I don't give a darn. Go cry and talk to the wall. The wall is going to listen more than I will. That's my father. Go talk to the wall. The wall will listen to you more than I will. Go. And that's me. I'm like, every time he says that, I'm like, oh, really? Anyway, so I want to get back to this video.
On Friday. And I've said to my father before that he better hope he dies before my mom does, because I am not going to tolerate his shit the same way that and if he thinks that my brother is going to be the one that takes care of him when he's old, he's got another thing coming. He'll be lucky if my brother remembers he exists, let alone takes care of him. So yeah, I'm not going to tolerate the same shit my mother did. So he better hope he goes first.
Let me tell you something. The reason why I be telling y'all not to trip about these men and whatnot is because I work in the healthcare field. I've been in the healthcare field since I was 18 years old. They're dying alone. They're dying alone. The women that's in these places, their daughters are coming and bringing them to the nail shops, getting their hair done, coming to see them. Their daughters are coming to see them every 2 weeks. You better ask somebody. I am the one who is right there when some of these men are taking their last breath. I have cleaned so many dead bodies, and guess what? Nobody showed up for them. Not their kids, not their wives, not their grandkids. Nobody came.
So what does that tell you about the state of society if no one came for a father? What does that tell you? Because I see women looking at this and they're like, that means that nobody cares about the fathers. Oh my God, everybody cares about mothers more. Yeah. Could it be? Now, this is just Amira thinking after dark, but could it be that women are constantly in the ears of their daughters and talking to them about how horrible the man is? Now, he didn't do what she wanted him to do as a husband or boyfriend, most likely boyfriend because women don't get married anymore, especially not black women, but most likely a boyfriend. And this is the reason why a lot of children end up turning against the father, because women do that often. Or it could be that the man was a horrible father, right? Let's give her that. But what she's basically trying to say is that the majority of men are horrible fathers, because she said all the men are dying alone. And I doubt, I will sell you my right kneecap that that's not true. That all of the men that are in those hospitals dying alone is not because they were bad fathers. I refuse to believe that out of 100% of men, that 100% of them were all bad fathers. These women just they think that they're so like, these are like the women who celebrate divorce, women who celebrate the downfall of others. This is kind of like what this is to me. What do you guys see? You guys heard what she said. Now tell me if the video is freezing too, because I don't know if when I play the video if it's freezing, but she says things like, oh, for the women, oh, the girls are coming to get their nails done. Yeah, because wenches flock together. Wenches flock together. Birds of a flippin' feather. But can I really quickly, before we finish the video, I want to give you guys another theory. We don't value men. We don't value them for anything beyond what they can provide. Once they are useless, once you can't get any more use out of them, you forget about them. Once there's no more use out of a man, he is forgotten. Same as it is with the veterans in this country, the men that go out, risk their lives for this country, for purpose, believing that the country that they are out there fighting for loves them. But you know what they receive when they come back in this country and they're bruised and battered? They get nothing. The Black Lives Matter gets more than them because they're black. But these people who go out and fight for the country, veterans, come back mentally bruised, physically bruised. And we forget about them. We forget about them because their use is already finished. And the same thing with fathers. Fathers, the man works his arse off all his life, sacrificing day in and day out, waking up at the crack of dawn or maybe even before, going out, doing what he has to do all day, comes home. What does he receive? A woman nagging. You spend no time with me. I'm lonely. You need more trips. Oh, you don't have more money? I need more money. And then once he's no longer useful, he's not bringing in any income, they kick men out because nobody wants to take care of an old man. Nobody. Old women, sure, they'll get taken care of because old women, for some reason, the world has a soft spot for old women. Nobody wants to see an old woman crossing the street by herself. No, we have to grab her groceries. We have to help her. Old man, what? What do we need to help him for? He's fine. And I believe her. I believe this wench. I believe that men are dying alone. But I don't believe it's for the reasons that she does. Okay. We can keep going. I'm sorry, guys. I've been ranting. I'm getting mad. I'm getting emotional. Do you guys see now why I'm triggered? You see why I got triggered? I couldn't even finish this video. I couldn't even finish it. Because once I got past her, I turned it off. I was like, you know what? That's it. That's it. We got the ticket. I started making the video straight away. I was like, we got the ticket for tonight. It really, oh my God, it really deals my pickle to see women talk like this and think that they are like some kind of a treasure, national treasure, because they see men dying alone and they believe that they won't die alone because they have a vagina. What is a woman anyway? What is a woman? The world may never know.
For them, because why? They were not good men while they were alive. They're gonna continue dying alone. That's why I tell y'all don't trip. I'm physically seeing it on a daily basis, watching them all go by themselves. And this is their grandpas that they're talking about. These are the men that they're talking about. This is their grandpas that's dying alone. And it's going to be them. That's just the reality of it. That's why I don't be worried about these men talking, because baby, I watch y'all every day go by yourselves with nobody on y'all side. Girl, and let's not forget that their sons are never there. It is primarily the daughter-in-laws. The daughter-in-laws are bringing their husbands. Those are the people that are coming to these people, and they're coming to the mothers. That's why when men be talking, I be like, how the fuck you know? How do you know that a woman is dying alone? Because I don't see none of y'all up there. How do you really know who's dying alone? You know who I know who is dying alone? Men, because I work in that field. None of you work in that field, and then y'all want to be like, y'all are going to die alone. That's why I be laughing. That's why when women get in their feelings, I'm like, do not worry your pretty little head. I don't, please watch my videos. When have you heard me trip about a man? I don't trip about men. I work in this field long enough to know what goes down in the motherfucking end. I don't spew on here that you should treat people well for just the sake of treating people well. I live by that shit because I know one day we're going to have to die.
What she's trying to say is treat people well, because if you don't treat people well, you're going to die by yourself. That's what she's trying to say, assuming that all of the men who are dying alone never treated people well. The assumptions, it's like, do you think that every time a man is good to the rest of his family, that his family appreciates and they respond accordingly? Do you think that? I mean, apparently she believes as long as you smile and you're nice to people, they'll come when your last days on earth. No, they won't. There's people who just don't. And a lot of times, like I said, people don't value men. I've seen, now you guys know I work in law. I've seen many times, because I do probate. I do a lot of probate work. And I've seen wills being edited at the end of life because, disowning some family members and so on and so forth. But anyway, I've seen wills and probate matters, and I've seen people at the end of their life, especially men, rich men, wealthy men at the end of their lives. These are men that put their children through college, sent them to the best Ivy League schools. Men who worked from the age of 16 until pretty much their dying day, who provided all of that security in the form of money to their family, provided assets, houses, vintage vehicles and cars and furniture, things that if anything goes bad when they die, they can always sell the house. They can always sell the furniture, sell the cars. They had planned so much in the future for the family. And the moment that it's time for this man to pass, the only people that are there for him are the medical staff and his lawyers. And you're going to tell me this happened because he wasn't nice enough. Yeah? Is that what that is? He wasn't kind enough. I guess I must have been looking at the wrong scenario. I must have been in the wrong room when I was the only one there and the medical staff. I guess if only he smiled more, right? If he gave cards for birthdays, maybe they wouldn't know, maybe they would have been there.
And I would rather want somebody on my side. I know for a fact I don't want to die alone, and I want at least somebody to be on my team. And the fact that most of y'all won't get that shit, I love that for y'all. I love that for all of y'all, because just as much shit that y'all talk today is as much shit as those men talked in their days. And when I sat right next to them, sometimes even taking their last little breath, they regretted everything they did in this life. But that's what they did, and they gonna have to live with that. And I love that for y'all.
When daughters of narcissistic fathers look into their daddy's eyes and try to be seen, they are not seen. What they see back is a reflection of the value of that father. And because so many fathers and narcissism is so clearly rooted in a more patriarchal view, meaning that women have no value, that even though they might love their daughters, they don't see their daughters as worthy human beings. At the core, their daughters are a reflection of them.
Sorry, I saw that. So I keep muting myself because I don't want to have any extra noise when you guys are seeing the video. But anyway, can you guys tell me what it means when people like this, when they say things like they don't treat their daughters like worthy human beings? Worthy of what? That worthy of what? When all of these people keep talking about being worthy and I'm human and I'm worthy of this, worthy of what? Because nothing, pretty much nothing is not deserved, but you don't just, these things don't just come to you, right? These things you earn. Most of the things in this world you earn. Worthy of what? I don't know. Maybe, okay. I'm not going to mute myself this time because I'm scared that I'm going to keep forgetting to unmute.
And so the daughter looks to the father's eyes to be seen, and all she will see back is what he values in her, and only if she is successful in what he values. For example, if he sees you as a successful student or athlete, you are then worthy and valuable, and he will show up and root for you and support you. But if you are not those things, or you didn't do so well, or those weren't on your heart's desire, he will look at you, and the reflection that you will see is disappointment in what you are not. So many women, I believe, are chasing this value that they never got in their father's eyes.
She can never be from an Asian family because Asian families don't care what you did. You're still not good enough. You're never good enough. And you know what? That being in a house like that brings success out of people. You know what I mean? When your parents are never satisfied. It brings success. It brings the people who are overachievers, who do the best out of the best, because mommy and daddy are not going to be satisfied with just the little things. I give you an example. I've seen a lot of American parents who use this style of teaching where they say, always reward when the child does good, always reward. I'm like, you know what? Every time you reward, that gives a satisfaction feeling in the child. And a lot of children, not all, but a lot, if not most, when they get that satisfaction feeling, they can relax and lay back a little bit because they're like, oh, mommy and daddy are pleased. I'm good to go. When you have parents who say, you did good, but it's not perfect. That is motivation. That is motivation. It's not, I don't know, whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. I've just seen a lot of American parents who just give the most praise for the most basic of things that their children do. The most praise. They're like jumping up and down because a child took out the trash. Jumping up and down because a child did not get in trouble this week at school. Jumping up and down. I'm like, no, these things are not reward worthy. But whatever. We're almost done.
That they want to be reflected back in themselves. And so they seek it in many, many, many ways, from external rewards to self-harm, whatever it is, self-sacrifice in their bodies and their relationships, because in every relationship, they're looking to see themselves mirrored back and valued in the way that their father should have, and in the way that they deserved to be valued. Now, whether that father is narcissistic and occasionally around or in the home every day or makes guest appearances, or never, never was there. If there is a hole in the wound of the father, and the father's value is only about a reflection of value when he sees you doing what he wants.
I'm sorry. I've had enough. I'm done. I'm done with this because I believe I understood what she meant by worthy, because she at the end said worthy to be treated as you deserve to be treated or what have you. And I'm like, what does that even mean? How does one deserve to be treated? What? And I'm sure what she means by deserve to be treated is to be pampered, to be worshipped, to be always told that you are great and you are perfect and there's nothing ever wrong with you. My daughter, if you are 275 pounds, that is okay, honey, because you are perfect as you are. Right? You're failing in life and, really being a mess up. You're out there. You're not a virgin anymore. You're already, 17? You're not a virgin anymore. But no, honey, you're doing great. You are really ahead of the curve in a lot of ways. But you are perfect. Your daughter's a bitch, and she has no good personality, no redeeming quality. She can't cook, clean, nothing by the age of 18. She doesn't need to do that because she's my little princess. And, she's going to find a man who can pick up that slack for her. I understand we didn't train her up that way, but she'll figure it out when she gets older. I get so tired of this, guys. Anyway, this is what I had to rant about, and I'm pretty much done with you guys now. I just wanted to have an hour of your guys' time to rant because I needed to get that off my chest, and I feel a lot better now because my teeth were grinding about 2 hours ago. Like, my teeth were grinding. I was just very irritated. I was starting to get a little migraine. I have calmed down now. Even my eye was twitching right here. That little part right here was twitching. But I'm calm now. I'm better now. See, things are better. And thank you guys for hearing me. And Zealot says, too many people convinced her to believe that she should be treated like royalty. That's what I was thinking. Because when women like that say, I deserve to be treated a certain way, or to be treated as I deserve to be treated, what does that mean? Entitled, inbred. Alrighty then. Yes, Suka, I have to vent sometimes because this is not, it's not healthy to keep it in. It's really not healthy. And the other people in my head, when the people in my head are having conversations, they always tell me that I should really let some of this out, Right, the modern queen energy. I've seen so many shirts at like department stores, and if you guys don't know, no matter how much money I'll ever have, Ross is my favorite store in the whole world. I don't care what anyone says. Ross is my jam. Ross is my second home. Okay, the people know me at Ross. I love Ross. I don't care how much money I went shopping at Ross in a Bentley. I pulled my Bentley in front of the Ross, got out, and shopped, and walked back to the Bentley with a bunch of Ross bags, proudly. I don't have to walk to my Bentley with Louis Vuitton bags and Gucci bags. No, Ross. Ross. Because Ross is where it's at. Ross is I've already made myself happy just by thinking about Ross. I love Ross. Even the smell of Ross, I like. Anyway, I can't stand malls. I cannot go to malls because malls stress me out. They really stress me, and there's so many people. And malls, they have echoey. Do you know what I mean? Inside of malls, there's like an echo factor all the time. And so when kids are screaming inside of the mall, the screaming children sound echoes around the mall. Everyone who's talking in a mall, it all echoes inside of a mall. I hate that. I really can't stand it because I don't like being around a lot of people as it is. But then having the extra sensation of feeling like there's more people because there's an echo, I can't do it. I have this stress out feeling where my palms get sweaty. My heart starts to flutter, and I start to uh, feel cold but sweating at the same time. You know what I mean? I start like feeling hot flash. I don't know what it is, but I get very stressed in malls. I don't know how you guys feel, but Ross, I don't care how full Ross is. I'm like holding my items next to a bunch of people inside of Ross, like, oh, did you get, I was gonna get those, but I didn't. Okay, let me know how it looks. That's me inside of Ross. I'm like in line talking to people, like, oh, really? Oh my gosh, that must be their new collection that's coming out. Oh my god, where did you get that? Oh my god, is that Guess? Oh, where'd you get it from? Oh, I'll be right back. That's me. Oh my god, I love Ross, and Ross has name brand for a price that I don't mind paying. The other thing is that I don't like paying full price for a name brand. I just don't. I mean, I just don't. If I'm going to listen, Ross, the name brand things, they actually at the price that they should be. Does that make sense? Because the name brand, when you buy them at the name brand shops, like the retail shops, they overprice them. At Ross, they sell them to you at the price that they actually are worth. And that's a win-win for me. Calm down, Slim. Leave me alone. You are not going to ruin me. You're not going to ruin my happiness. I've been ranting for the past hour. I finally have a little bit of happiness, and I will not let you hold me down. I will not be held down anymore by men. I'm like, seriously. I'm like, men will no longer hold me down. Oh, I'm going to find feminism one day. You guys watch. One day you guys are going to come to my channel, and feminism is going to be all that we talk about. It's going to be like, you ever hate something so much that you start to love it? Maybe I'll turn into a feminist. You guys don't know. You guys don't know the future. You guys don't know. Maybe I'll turn into a raging feminist. Anyway, and there it is. So did you guys go back? I'm going to be like, you know what? I think women are equal to men. I just never realized it. I had a mind of a misogynist. You know what I mean? I had the mind of a misogynist, but I have finally found my worth and how I deserve to be treated, you know? I'm a Gen X. I wish. You want to know why? I hate my generation so very much. I want to be with you, Gen X. I want to be you. Please take me, adopt me. I don't want to be with these people. I don't like these people that I'm born with. I'm not one of them. I'm one of you. I am whatever. Just don't dye your hair blue. I would never do blue. But orange, you know, all I have to say is orange hair is, and it will look great on me because I always wear orange around my eyes. So orange hair, anyway, don't give me any ideas. Okay, then we're enemies, says Cool Cat. We've always been enemies. We're all frenemies here. You guys know you guys secretly hate me. I hate you guys too. You said Gen X is the S. Please believe that. I do believe that. Gen Xers don't play. They don't play around, and they are not intimidated easily. They were people who actually went outside and played when they were young. So they actually got into fights. They got scrapes on their knees. They would come home by themselves. They would go out by themselves and come home by themselves. Like, they had things that we never had. They had freedom. Their parents kicked them out of the house during the day. Our parents wouldn't let us do anything. We can't go nowhere. We have to stay home. You have to be here. You have to do this. I want to be Gen X. I want to. And you guys had a time when the internet was not a thing. I would have loved to be raised without any of that. And just to see how it feels. Just to see. I would want it later in life, you know what I mean? But not be raised with it. Because we see the world differently because we're raised this way. I wish I was Gen X. I really do. I have a scar on my hand from 94. Clue, you're not Gen X though. You're millennial. Life was simpler back then, says Elwood. I can imagine. And that's why I said I want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of that generation, but I'm not. Well, I don't know these people. The people that I'm born with, I don't know them. I don't like them. I never know them. I don't know them and I don't like them. I don't like to be considered my generation. Man. Okay, let me see. I'm just looking at your guys' comments before we go out. Oh, you are Gen X. I didn't know that. I could have sworn you were. Okay. DJ says it's Old Navy for me. Old Navy. Dress for lesbian. See, that's my motto. That is definitely my motto. Like, this shirt is from Ross. And it just great quality. You know, I've noticed that a lot of people do the fast fashion. They shop on like the online stores, the Shein, or is it called Shein, or what's the other one? I don't know. It's some other shops on the online. They do the fast fashion. All of the things that people buy from those things are like cheap materials, very, very cheap. So you buy them for like $5, $10, and then they last you all of 5 weeks, 10 weeks. That's it. You bought it for $5. However many dollars you bought it for is how many weeks it's going to last. That's just the truth of it all. However many dollars you bought it for, that's the amount of weeks it's going to last you. And this is why I don't shop on those. Ross, however, Ross has a very broad selection. You can have cheap quality things. You can get cotton. You can get nylon. You can get formaldehyde. Is that the formaldehyde? You can get wool. You can get name brand. You can get luxury, or you can get poverty style clothes. And it's all inside of Ross, all there. I love Ross. That's the reason why I love Ross. And a lot of the things that I buy, especially like the name brand stuff, like Guess and what's the other one? Not Gucci. Coach, Michael Kors. They have lots of Michael Kors and Coach in Ross. And I'll get the jackets, the Michael Kors jackets, and people will be like, "Oh wow, you went to Michael Kors to get that? How chic." Do they have the new collection there? And I'm like, this is Ross. Like, that's from Ross. You wouldn't catch me dead in a Michael Kors retail store. You wouldn't catch me dead in a Louis Vuitton retail store. You might catch me in Gucci. Well, a while back, but not anymore, because Gucci, I found out, is with the pedo groups. So I have stopped shopping at Gucci. But you won't catch me dead in the majority of these name brand stores. You won't. The retail? No. Mm-mm. I'm not paying a high price so you can put your name on my goods. I don't need to rock your name or advertise your name for you. I'm not going to advertise your name. I wear things without brand names on them. You know what I mean? You'll never know what brand this is. You'll never know. My internet is bad. Oh, okay. Well, I'll let you guys go. Yeah, the internet is bad. Oh. Larry, is it bad?
It's back. You're good.
Okay, it's back. Okay. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go then. I'm gonna go because the internet is telling me to go, I guess. So thank you guys so much. I know I froze. Thank you. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. But anyway, I'll let you guys go. I just wanted to keep you guys for an hour, and we are at the hour mark. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I have had a blast. I'm so happy that you guys were able to join me, even though we didn't have this scheduled at all. You guys did help me. That I got a better mood now, so I'm not ranty. I'm not ranty anymore, and my teeth aren't grinding anymore. So thank you guys so much for joining me on this small, short show today. And with that, I yield my time. I'll see you guys on Saturday. Bye.